Hi everyone and welcome to this week's Friday video. I just wanted to pop in and let you know what's been happening with me this week. So I have started a new yoga routine in the mornings. I do yesterday I did 10 minutes. I've been doing 20 minutes the rest of the days of the week. And I think I'm going to do a little bit on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday. And this is something that I've been thinking about for ages and ages, but never actually getting around to doing it. And next week I'm going to talk a little bit about thinking and decision making. But for now, I'm really happy with my decision. I get up, first thing I do is my yoga. And then I have a cup of tea and do my morning pages. So it's still a nice relaxed morning routine. And it is starting to get a little bit lighter and brighter here in the mornings. It's still dark until about 7:30ish, but it feels spring-like, I have to say. And this morning when I went to walk Nico part of the way down to school, the sun was coming up and it was lovely pinks and purples. So really nice, really lovely start to Friday. And that is kind of what I want to talk to you a little bit about today. The happy Friday, feel good vibes, which, you know, in the past when we've been drinking, might lead us to want to go all out on a Friday night, go a bit crazy, have a few drinks, because it's Friday, start of the weekend. When we're not drinking, however, we need to think of something else to do on Fridays. So hopefully watching this video will be one of those things. And I've given you some ideas in the past videos of what you can do on Friday nights now that you're not drinking. Let me know, what do you do on a Friday night now that you're not drinking? I'd love to hear. But one of the things that can happen on a Friday, anytime really, but it is Friday and it's a Friday video, so I'm going to say the word Friday lots of times today, is that we can get the thoughts that actually maybe it wasn't that bad. It is Friday, maybe I could just have one. And one of my friends was telling me about the thoughts that she was having, these exact thoughts that she'd been having this week, actually. And it's a point that we all get to in our sober journey where we kind of forget maybe just how bad it was. We forget just, you know, how bad the shame was, the pain, the trauma, the hangovers, you know, the 3 a.m. terrors. They become kind of less at the forefront of our memory. And that's when we can start to think, maybe actually it wasn't that bad. Maybe, you know, I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here. Maybe I just need to moderate. And this is known as the fading effect bias, or FAB, nothing to do with Thunderbirds. FAB, fading effect bias. And it's basically the stress, the trauma, the pain, the shame, all of those intense feelings that we experienced on day 1, day 2, you know, right at the beginning of the journey when we have to do this, we really want to do this. Those feelings, emotions become less intense. They begin to fade. So that is the fading effect bias. We forget just how strong they were. We forget how painful they were. And that is when the thoughts of maybe I wasn't that bad, maybe I could just have one, it's Friday after all. That is when those thoughts begin to creep in. That's when the wine witch might pop up again. And this can happen, you know, in various different stages of our journey. 3 months, 6 months, a year. It might happen more than once. And I don't want you to worry about that. I don't want you to panic. It's just something that happens because it's natural, you know. We do tend to automatically block out the pain of things. You know, if you've ever had a baby, for example, if you've ever broken your leg or gone through some extreme trauma, we don't relive the intense, you know, trauma of it, the intense pain, the intense stress of it every single day. That would just be too much. So our brain actually protects us by lessening the intensity of the feelings, the emotions, the experience. So that's why we sometimes think, maybe I really wasn't that bad. Maybe I didn't actually drink that much. Maybe I could moderate. So I just want you to be aware of that, of why it happens. It's not you, there's nothing wrong with you. You are absolutely doing the right thing. And the way that you can kind of counteract these thoughts, if you like, well, there's a few ways. First of all, they're just thoughts. And a thought cannot make you do anything that you don't really want to do. So that's the first thing. Acknowledge that it's just a thought, it's common, it's normal, it's natural, but I'm not going to act on the thought. And don't glamorize the first drink. Don't give alcohol credit for what, you know, it doesn't deserve. Don't romanticize the notion of the idea that alcohol will make everything better, because it really won't. So if you start thinking, perhaps, oh, maybe this Friday night it would be quite nice to have one glass of wine with dinner, then there are a few things you can do. First of all, understand that it's just a thought. You really don't want the wine, it's just your brain trying to, you know, play tricks on you. Secondly, you've had Friday nights without wine for a while now and they're absolutely fine, better in fact. And the other thing you can do is to play the movie forward in your mind. And I talk about this in another video about the best way to beat a craving. And that is to play the movie forward in your mind. So it won't be just one drink. That's what we tend to focus on when these thoughts pop up. Just the one drink. But we know it won't be one. One will lead on to 2 and then 3. And maybe not right now, but before we know it, we will be back to where we started. And we really don't want that at all. We don't. So don't glamorize that first drink and play the movie forward all the way to the end. So how will the evening end? How will your Friday night end? How will you feel in the middle of the night when you're alone? When you wake up at 3 a.m. with those terrors? How will you feel in the morning? Will you be hungover? Will you be tired? Will you be grumpy? Probably. And how will the rest of your Saturday play out? Because you glamorized, romanticized that first drink on the Friday night. And actually, you know that it will impact the whole of Saturday, the whole of Sunday, probably even longer. So while your brain will make you forget to a certain extent just how, you know, bad you felt at the moment that you decided that you weren't going to drink anymore, those kind of experiences and emotions will be dampened down, and it will try and trick you into thinking maybe it wasn't that bad, maybe I can just have one, maybe, you know, I can moderate again. Those thoughts will come up. But remember, they are just thoughts. Part of it is your brain actually protecting you, as I said, because nobody wants to relive painful, traumatic experiences all the time. We just couldn't do that. We would fall apart. So your brain is doing that to protect you. And also think about what would happen if you did just have that one drink, because it wouldn't be one drink, and you know it wouldn't. So be aware of those thoughts that might come up at some point. Don't be afraid of them. It's normal, it's natural. And use your tools, use what you know works to help you work through the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions. But whatever you do, do not let your brain trick you into thinking that, yeah, I could just have one, because we know that is not the case. So that's it from me this Friday. I really hope you found this video useful, interesting and helpful. Let me know if you've had any experiences of this already and how you got through them. And if you'd like any more information about this, then, send me an email and I can do a whole podcast on it, which I think might be really helpful. But other than that, have a wonderful Friday. Whatever you're doing, do let me know what you're going to do this Friday. And I will see you in the next video next Friday. Bye for now.